In a quiet classroom, nestled in a town where dreams often felt small, a young teacher named Miss Evelyn noticed a boy named Leo. He was a bright kid, with eyes that held a universe of potential, but a shadow of hunger often flickered in them. One chilly morning, as the other kids chattered about their breakfasts, Leo sat silently, his stomach rumbling a quiet, sorrowful tune. His family was struggling, and breakfast was a luxury they couldn't always afford. Miss Evelyn's heart ached for him. Without making a show of it, she walked over to her desk, took the shiny red apple she had packed for her own lunch, and placed it on his desk. "A little brain food to get us through the day," she whispered with a warm smile. Leo looked up, his eyes wide with surprise and gratitude. He took the apple, and that small, simple act of kindness planted a seed in his young heart. For the rest of the year, whenever she could, Miss Evelyn made sure Leo had something to eat. Whether it was an apple, a granola bar, or a sandwich from her own lunchbox, she never asked for anything in return. Her reward was seeing the light return to his eyes and the energy in his spirit. Years passed like chapters in a book. Leo graduated, and fueled by the belief Miss Evelyn had shown in him, he worked relentlessly. He aced his exams, earned a scholarship to a prestigious university, and channeled his sharp mind into the burgeoning world of technology. He never forgot the teacher who saw his hunger, not just for food, but for a chance. He remembered the crisp taste of that first apple and the warmth of her smile, which told him he mattered. He founded a tech startup, pouring the same dedication into it that he had poured into his studies. The company flourished, growing beyond his wildest dreams. Leo became a successful entrepreneur, but the memory of his humble beginnings and Miss Evelyn's kindness kept him grounded. Meanwhile, Miss Evelyn's life had taken a different turn. After decades of shaping young minds, she had retired. But her quiet life was soon overshadowed by hardship. A series of unfortunate events, including mounting medical bills for her ailing husband, led to financial strain. The bank sent notices, and the threat of foreclosure loomed over the small house she had called home for 40 years. The place where she had raised her own children and graded countless papers was about to be taken away. She felt a quiet desperation, a feeling she had once seen in the eyes of a small boy in her classroom. She had given so much to her community, yet now, in her time of need, she felt utterly alone and helpless. One afternoon, a sleek, unfamiliar car pulled up to her curb. A well-dressed young man stepped out. Miss Evelyn didn't recognize him at first. He looked confident and successful, a world away from the children she remembered. He walked up her porch steps and smiled, a smile that suddenly sparked a distant memory. "Miss Evelyn?" he asked, his voice gentle. "It's me, Leo. Leo from your third-grade class." A wave of recognition washed over her. "Leo, my goodness, look at you." "I can't believe it." She was overjoyed to see him, but a part of her felt a pang of shame about her current situation. They sat on her porch, catching up on the years that had passed. Leo spoke of his success, but he did so with humility, always circling back to the lessons he learned in her classroom. As they talked, Miss Evelyn, with a heavy heart, confided in him about her financial struggles and the foreclosure notice. She didn't expect anything. She was simply sharing her burden with a kind face from her past. Leo listened intently, his expression unreadable. He didn't offer empty platitudes or simple condolences. Instead, a look of quiet determination settled on his face. He remembered the hunger, the shame, and the single apple that had felt like a feast. He knew what it was like to feel helpless, and he knew the power of a single, decisive act of kindness. He saw the teacher who had saved him, now in need of saving herself. A few days later, Miss Evelyn received a call from her bank. The voice on the other end was formal, but the news was anything but. "Ma'am," the bank officer said, "we're calling to inform you that your mortgage has been paid in full." Miss Evelyn was speechless. "Paid in full? But how? How? To inform you that your mortgage has been paid in full." Miss Evelyn was speechless. "Paid in full, but too," I said. Mere calling to inform you that your mortgage has been paid. Inform you that your mortgage has been paid in full. By who? There was a pause. The payment was made by a Mr. Leo Vance. He also left a message for you. The officer cleared his throat and read, "Thank you for the apple. It's my turn to make sure you have a home." Tears streamed down Miss Evelyn's face, not tears of sorrow, but of overwhelming, unbelievable gratitude. The weight that had been crushing her for months lifted in an instant. The next day, Leo visited again. This time, he didn't come empty-handed. He held a single shiny red apple. He handed it to her, his eyes welling up. "You taught me that no one should have to face their struggles alone," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "You gave me more than an apple that day, Miss Evelyn. You gave me hope. You invested in me when I had nothing. This house is just a small return on your investment." Miss Evelyn hugged him tightly. The apple pressed between them. In that moment, the cycle of kindness came full circle. It wasn't about the money or the house. It was about the profound, unbreakable bond forged by a simple act of compassion years ago. A teacher's small gift had grown into a legacy, proving that a single seed of kindness, when planted in a grateful heart, can grow into a forest of blessings. This story is a powerful reminder that our actions, no matter how small they seem, can ripple through time and change lives in ways we can never imagine. One apple, one moment of seeing someone's need, can create a legacy of love and gratitude that echoes for a lifetime. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.